Hello and happy Tuesday. Thank you for joining me today. My name is Wendy Lee, and you can find me at CreativeLeeYours.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the US. Yay! I'm so excited for today's crafty fun. Yay! So if you are joining me when this video premieres, today is Tuesday, January 13th of 2026. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Such an exciting month. We have brand new product that was released in our online exclusives, new kits, a new mini catalog, all good stuff, a brand new product of the month. And this month it's a stamp set. And it's a good stamp set. I'm waiting for mine to arrive. I can't wait for it to arrive. Any moment. Yes. Oh, too funny. We also have a new subscription period open for our All-Star Tutorial video class tutorial bundle. So this is a collaborative event that I do every single month. It's not an event, a tutorial bundle that I do every single month with a global group of demonstrators. So lucky to be part of this group. The projects are amazing. And we pick a suite every single month, and we all design projects around that suite. So you're going to get a wide variety of things, wide style of things, all using the same product. So it gives you a lot of versatility. It's great, great, great. Now, you can earn all-star tutorials from me every single month that you place a $50 or greater purchase with me before shipping and tax and after any rewards are applied. So you can get it for free. But if you can't shop with me, don't want to shop with me, or just want to buy the tutorial, you can. It's $15 a month. But for the month of January, you can register for all 6 months of the tutorials and you get 1 month free. So it saves you some money if you're going to purchase them. So that's going on. You can see that on my website. Registration is closing soon, very soon for Cultivated Creativity. So the January kit is featuring the Nature's Symphony bundle, and we're doing guy-friendly projects, and it's been super popular. So if you want in on that, go to my website and get on the Cultivated Creativity program, right? Get in it. It's so much fun. It's lovely. I mail a beautifully curated kit to you every single month that you don't want to miss, right? But really, the best way to stay up to date on everything is to join my email list. Yep. If you join that, then I'm going to send you a free tutorial bundle every single month. It's exclusive to my email list. I don't share these anywhere else, and the projects are fantastic. They're a wide variety. They feature a wide variety of stamp sets and other products, and you can just go to your crafty shelf, pull something off the shelf, and create one of the projects. We've done all the work for you, right? Yay, I love that. So if you're not on my email list, go ahead and get started. All right, ready to get to today's crafty fun? Let's switch the camera over.
All right, so for today's project, we are featuring the Nature's Symphony Stamp and Die Bundle. Love this one. And we're bringing in the Wonderful Thoughts stamp set as well. Um, I love being able to mix and match across our Stampin' Up! Products. Stampin' Up! Makes that really easy for us to do. Things coordinate very beautifully, and I like to take advantage of that. So the Nature's Symphony bundle is actually, I think I said this earlier, is our featured bundle for our Cultivated Creativity program, which is the DIY paper crafting kit. Unfortunately, we are back on a wait list for our kits. So if you'd like to join us, get on that and you'll join us for next month because you won't be able to get this month's kit. So this is the projects we're going to be creating today. I love this one because it's the kind of a card you don't rush through, right? It's calm to make and it's even more meaningful to give. And I just love that about it. It's got so much texture and depth and dimension going on. So let's get started with this. Now, when I first saw this Nature's Symphony Designer Series paper, it's gorgeous. But when I first saw it, I was like, some of those colors, I don't like to mix my greens. I'm not a huge green fan to begin with. I go in moods with it, but I don't like to mix my greens like this. But I actually think this is very striking, mixing that yellow green with the blue greens. So just kind of a fun way to go about it. Now, the complete supply list and cut dimensions are on my website, so you can check those out at CreativeLeeYours.com. So we're starting with a half a sheet of cardstock. It is 4¼ by 11 Secret C, and we have folded that in half for our card base. Now, the next thing I want to do is I want to add a layer that I'm going to emboss Old Olive. So this is going to be 4 by 5¼ And I want to run this through this lovely stripes embossing folder. Now this one easily cracks your paper, and so I get a much better result if I spritz it. So I'm going to spritz it right here in the folder, give it a little bit of moisture. I don't have my right spritzer. I should grab my Stampin' Up! Spritzer because that works great. And instead I've got an old spray bottle that I'm using. So I've got that just damp, and I'm going to go run this through the embossing machine. All right, so now we've got our beautiful embossed layer. Now that's going to need a moment to dry, and that's okay. So we can put it down or we can hold off a minute. I'm going to hold off a minute and set these layers aside. Let's bring in our textured specialty paper. I love this. It has 3 different colors in it, and it's got such great texture. So the first thing I want to do is I want to take it and I want to tear down one side. Now, if you tear towards you, you are going to be able to see all the great fibers of the paper. And I like to just rough them up a little bit. So you can use that as is, or we're going to stamp on it. So let me grab a scrap piece of paper here, if I can get a hold of it. We'll put that right underneath just so we don't make a big mess. I'm bringing in my old olive ink pad. Let's slide these things over a little bit. And I'm using this lovely texture image from the set. So I am just going to stamp across this layer, and I'm going to rotate it and go back and forth. Let's kind of do that. So there's no right and wrong way to do this. I'm just wanting to bring a little bit of that texture right down on that layer. Just add a little pop of color, right? I think it's very, very pretty. All right, I think our cardstock is going to be dry enough that we can go ahead and assemble these few pieces. Now, because I do have a little moisture in this still, and I want to make sure I get a good adherence, I'm going to use liquid glue. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Let me back up. One of the things I did when I cut this, I actually cut this 4 by 5.5. This embossing folder will really make the length of your cardstock change. So I'm going to trim this down to 5.25, and you're going to see how much it changed. Bringing in our paper trimmer here, I'm going to slide this over at 5.25, which is really hard to measure on this side of my trimmer. I'll have to rotate it around. I don't like to use it that way, but I will for you, right? All right, so we're going to put this in at 5.25 inches. And you can see I don't have the full 1/4 inch that I had on my cardstock layer to begin with. So it really does shrink it up. So that is all I'm trimming off instead of the full 1/4. Hopefully that makes sense, and I wasn't too terribly confusing about that. Okay, let's go ahead and put this down. We have to decide which side do we want up. I kind of like it with the dots as the raised. So we are going to do this, and I am going to use liquid glue, the dreaded liquid glue. It is not my favorite adhesive. I know that it's many of yours, so you use what makes you happy. But I'm using this because of all the texture, and I don't want to flatten this pattern out. I want that to stay nice and sharp, and I think that this will give me the best option. All right, so we're going to lay this right down on our card front, centered best that we can. You have just a moment with that liquid glue to be able to slide. You know, for me, liquid glue is one of those things that when I want it to dry, it doesn't. And when I don't want it to dry, it dries too quickly, right? Too funny. All right, so then let's go ahead and put this textured strip down. And my adhesive is tearing the paper a little bit. Let's grab our silicone craft sheet. So if you ever have your tape runner stop running, grab your silicone craft sheet and run it along that. That is the easiest way, and I think the best way to get it started again. Ever since I started using that, I have fewer and fewer problems with it. So if you're one that struggles with your tape runner, that is a good trick to have that handy. All right, so that's down and nice. I love it. Oh, 2 by 5.25 was this textured piece. I don't think I said the measurement. Then my designer paper here is 3 by 4.75, and I'm going to adhere this right down to my card front as well. So let's go ahead and put a generous amount of Stamp and Seal because we're putting it on that texture, right? I want to make sure all of our textures adhere together nicely. Now this sheet of designer paper is actually one of my favorites in the pack because it varies from one end to the other and it goes from dark to light, which is kind of fun. And you're going to see that in my die cuts as well. So I've got a couple leaves that I've die cut from Secret Sea cardstock as well as the designer series paper. So like I said, this is that same piece of paper, but it varies as you go across. And so this one, you can see I have a lot more of the white and olive, where here I've got a lot more of the Lost Lagoon part of the print there. So let's see. And we cut that out using the Nature Symphony dies, this one right here. It is my favorite image, I believe, in this set. It's just so pretty, right? All right, let's do a little liquid glue on some leaves here, and we will tack these two together. Okay. Some quick tacking with some glue. All right. And then now we can lay these on top of each other. And I want to offset them just a smidge because I want to be able to see both leaves shadowing. So I don't want them to be 100% on top of each other, just that little offset texture here. There's no right or wrong way to do this, okay? So now I'm going to flip that over. And where are our dimensionals? We've got a few left on this sheet here. So we're going to grab some of these and just put it on some of our leaves and give them a good pop up here. Okay. Let's see if I can get some on here. I may need to grab another sheet and get a few more. Do you need them on every leaf? Probably not. Do I like it? Why, yes, I do. If I can put it on every leaf, I'm gonna. Isn't that terrible? It's scraps of adhesive, right? It's from the edge. I'm using the edge. So I can use the whole thing, right? All right, we'll take this off. Now, are you guys loving this product suite? This is that Nature Walk product suite. It's in our mini catalog. Just released this month. I love that you can do things with a masculine feel, a lot of things with a masculine feel. This one, I really wanted it to be, you know, kind of a sympathy card. I'm thinking of you, and you could use this for that very, very easily, I think. All right, so our sentiment for this one, I've cut out the smallest everyday arch from some vanilla cardstock, and let's stamp our sentiment with some pretty peacock ink. Okay, so we're going to thinking of you. So again, that is from the Wonderful Thoughts stamp set. So I'm mixing and matching across my products here. Nice. I love it. I think it looks so pretty. And we'll dimension this on as well. So I want to make sure that when I put my dimensionals down that I don't, you know, I didn't dimension this part of the leaf up, so I could put dimensionals there, right? So I'm going to go ahead and just tack one there. And we'll go ahead and tack one there. And let's see, do I want another? Yeah, I think I'm going to put a third one just to make sure it's nice and stable and doesn't, you know, it's not all wonky. And I do like to cross my layers. Many of you know that if you've followed me for a while. Cute. What do you think? Are you loving it? I love it. All right, let's get in some of our bronze pentagons. I'll grab these. And I got some big ones and some little ones. We'll just dab on a few of these. Is that really nice feel? And we'll grab a big one down here too. Why not? Why the heck not? Beautiful. I love it. All right. Now, I wanted to bring the design to the inside. So let's bring in a piece of very vanilla. So this is 4 by 5 1/4. And I am going to tear it just like I did that textured paper. So I'm just going to tear down one side. Now, I actually cut this So you can see it was wider because I just tore that off. I should have shown that differently. So we're going to place that right down in here as well. But before I do, let's bring in my scrap paper again and our old olive ink pad and our textured stamp. And I want to stamp along this edge. Now I don't want to go too far in because I just want this subtle of this texture. I'm going to rotate it so I get both ends because they're different. So it just gives me that nice stamped feel on the inside as well. And then we're also going to add a sentiment. So let's bring back in our pretty peacock and we'll keep those matchy-matchy. And I am going to add in, I'm just going to stamp this one off to the side. I'm not sure if that's what I did on the original or not. We'll look at it and see. See if I did the same or different. Sometimes my mood strikes me differently. What about you guys? Do you do them all the same or do you kind of mix it up? All right, I am going to rough this up a little bit just because I like the way that looks. And we will go ahead and put this down. All right. Cute, 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 cute. Very nice. I like it. I think I gave the measurement wrong on this. We're going to try this one more time. This was 4 by 5, and then I tore it, so it's now closer to 3 3/4, if that makes any sense. Oh, you know why? I forgot a layer. I was like, why is my measurement that? Well, because I didn't put my other layer of green down. We can salvage this. We can do it. It's not dead. It's not dead yet. We can do it. We can do it. It's okay that it tore my secret C a little bit. All right, we can fix it. I forgot my layer. I'm off today. My head is not in all the places it needs to be in. My measurements are wrong. I'm gluing things to the wrong layers. All right, try this again. Now, when I lay this layer down, I am looking at the 3 sides, top, side, and bottom. And because I've got extra crazy adhesive, I may not be exactly even here. And it's okay that I don't have all the layers showing on this side, or at least it's okay to me. If that bothers you and this would put you over the edge to have that torn edge not even, then maybe this is not the technique you want to try on the inside of yours, right? You might try yours differently. There we go. So now my layers make more sense. So I've got my 4 by 5 1/4 old olive. And then this was 4 by 5 because we tore it off to make it narrower to 3 3/4. Better? And look how different they look just because I cut this out a different part of the designer series paper. I think it looks quite a bit different. What do you guys think? Do you love it? Are you going to try this one? I can't wait to see what papers you guys use. If you guys are enjoying the content I'm sharing with you, please give my channel a thumbs up. It does help me out. And while you're here, why not follow? And then you can know where I'm back and you can join me every single Tuesday. Don't forget to invite your friends to join us. I think they would have a good time with us as well. All right. Thank you so much. And I'll see you again next Tuesday. Bye for now.